Yeah!
Go, go, yeah!
Oh!
That is a hit at a mile. Alright guys, welcome back to 243 Outdoors. My name is Josh. Tonight's video is titled My First Guns. So on Uncle Jim's first interview, and only interview, he had Cranky Cletus on and he talked about his first gun. Georgia Boy kind of done a video response with his first gun and guns, so I want to do the same. I am challenging each and every one of you to make a video titled My First Gun or My First Guns, and show your first guns if you have it, and if you don't have it, just talk about it. Or if you find any old pictures, I have found an old picture, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So my gun story starts back in 1994. I was 10 years old, and this would have been probably around late summer to early fall. I got my first gun, and I have it right here with me today. This is the New England's Firearm 20 gauge single shot. I got this so I could start deer hunting. I was 10 years old. It had been November of 1994. I started deer hunting, and this is what I used. This gun has a nickname, and I told Georgia Boy about it the other day. But this gun is known as Clicker Kicker. If you notice, the stock on this rifle, this shotgun, has been cut off 3 inches. I have another identical gun, and we'll get to this one too, but if I line them up side by side, you can see how much the stock has been cut off. So this shotgun kicks like a mule. I just hunted with it for 1 or 2 years, and then I went to a 12 gauge because the 12 gauge had less recoil. After a couple years, this gun got handed down to my brother, and then that's where this gun came in. This became my gun. So Dad still has both of these guns. I kind of broke in today and stole them. I told him I took a couple guns from him. But these are the first 2 shotguns that I ever hunted with. Killed a few rabbits. I don't believe I ever killed a deer with it. I think I wounded one time, but we never found it. But we wasn't real big hunters. We deer hunted, and then, you know, we did a little rabbit hunting. Done quite a bit of clay pigeon shooting. But these guns mean quite a bit to me. Like I said, these are the guns that me and my brother started out with. And the name Clicker Kicker comes to that this gun has a somewhat bad firing pin. So it's a flinch maker. You'll get the hammer pulled back and get ready to shoot, and it's either going to go off or it ain't. And if it does, it kicks, and if it don't, it clicks. So the nickname Clicker Kicker kind of stuck. You know, we don't shoot these guns a whole lot anymore. Every little bit we'll get them out and bust a few clay pigeons with them. But these were my first 2 as far as guns were shotguns. So I brought out one more gun with me tonight, and this is I really call this my first gun, even though it was a year later. I got this for Christmas 1995. This gun was my gun. This other gun was it was kind of a hand-me-down. I got it, then my brother got it. So, you know, I didn't have as much sentimental value to me as this one. But this is my Marlin Model 60. Got this for Christmas 1995. I was 11 years old, and yes, I have a picture. So I'm going to put that on the screen. I'll hold it up here. 11 years old. If you look at the picture, 94, I was a Chicago Bulls fan. I was a Michael Jordan fan, and I got the Bulls sweatshirt on. And if you look closely, I have a Orlando Magic hat on. When Michael Jordan retired from the Bulls in, 91 to, after, 93 season, I became a Orlando Magic fan. I kind of bailed on the Bulls when Jordan quit, so I still had quite a bit of Bulls stuff, but I was kind of transitioning to the Magic. But if you look in the picture, it looks like I got some rubber boots that year, and I got some clothes. There's a case of clay pigeons, and it looks like some shotgun shells. But this is the gun from 1995, 23 years ago. It's hard to believe. This gun has, I don't know how many rounds through it, probably 5,000 to 6,000 rounds. Actually, last summer I probably put a good brick through it. I shot it quite a bit last year, but as a kid growing up, we had a lot of pinchos around the house. Grab a pocket full of 22s and take off walking, plinking, shooting everything. We shot out the back door at, you know, blue jays and birds and whatever else that flew, we'd shoot at them. This gun probably means more to me than any gun that I have, just for the fact that, you know, I've had it for so long and so many years, and it's in excellent shape. It shoots excellent. There's just a few little marks here and there on it, but that's from resting up against the back door and resting on different things. But the only thing that's not original is this trigger guard, and I kind of had one of those idiot moments about a year ago, and I took this gun all apart and I cleaned it, and whatever kind of cleaner I used ate up this trigger guard. It actually almost like turned it like a styrofoam, and it like bubbled up, and it was junk. Luckily, I think it come from Brownells, had a whole new trigger mechanism, everything, so I ordered it, and I put the original, I believe, safety and trigger and everything original to the gun that I could back in it. So the only thing that's been changed is this actual trigger guard. And I do still have the old one somewhere, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But this gun has, I made quite a few videos with it last summer. I stretched this out to a couple hundred yards, I believe, even shooting open sight. The video I made with the $5 scope was with this gun. But yeah, this is one of my favorite guns, and it holds 14 in the tube. And then if the bolt's closed, it'll hold 15, and if you do +1, it'll actually hold 16 rounds. So it holds quite a bit. I remember as a kid, I believe we could still buy Wildcat 22s for $1, and I really didn't like those. They didn't shoot real well. So the Winchester, I believe Super X, the little gray boxes, they was $2. And being in Illinois, you got to have a FOID card, and, you know, 18 years old, which my mom, she had FOID cards, so she could buy me and my brother ammo, and she bought lots of ammo because we was always shooting. But I always bought those $2 boxes because they shot through this awesome. Then my grandma, every year for Christmas, would get me and my dad and my brother all a brick of 22s. And she done this for several years, and we had you know, we didn't shoot a ton, but we was getting more 22s than we actually shot, and we had several years worth. And then about the time of the 22 scare, you know, we was kind of winding down on our 22s, and that was when we decided to start looking for them. But that is 3 of my first guns, and I'm pretty proud of them, and I love that picture. I come across that the other day, and I started thinking about that, and I was like, I gotta make a video with my first guns. So there it is, the 3 guns. Like I said, Dad keeps the shotguns. That's fine with me. Like I said, it's what me and my brother both started with. Like I said, we both had one. I started with the shorter one, then he got it, and then I got the other one. But that is the story of Clicker Kicker, and now you know. So that's going to wrap up tonight's video. I want to thank everybody for watching. I look forward to seeing your guys' first guns, or at least the stories of your first guns. This will be really interesting, so let's make it happen. So thanks for watching, and we will see you later.